Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome to Pleasure Learning with Language and Linguistics. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about basic definitions in phonetics and phonology. This lecture is fresh one and it may cover syllabus outline prescribed by HEC. So in this lecture, you may have pleasure learning as well as comprehensive understanding of your syllabus to prepare your exams. Let's move to our contents. Mentioned earlier, this one is the second lecture about basic definitions in phonetics and phonology. In the first lecture, we have gone through phonetics, phonology, phonemes, and morphemes. But in this lecture, we'll go through vowels, consonants, monotongues, diphthongs, and triphthongs. So let's move to our English language is the combination of 44 phonemes, where 20 sounds are vowel sounds and 24 are consonant sounds. Both vowels and consonants are the sounds, they are not alphabet. Sometimes English letters like A, E, I, O, U and Y produce some sounds similar to vowel sounds. So those sounds are produced without any blockage, restriction of airflow from the vocal or organ or vocal cords is known as a vowel sound. Vowel sounds are produced by our vocal organs, our vocal cords like tongue, teeth, lips when they are left open and allow the air to pass through from the lungs to mouth freely with audible friction and vibration. Vowel sounds are produced with the vibration of our vocal cords and without audible friction from lungs to lips. Here, just keep in your mind that the sounds produced with vibration are of vocal cords, but without blockage or stoppage of the airstream in our vocal cords or vocal organs is known as a vowel sound. We will talk about these sounds in detail in our next few lectures. The categories of vowel sounds, we have short vowel sounds and long vowel sounds. I have written words to produce short and long vowel sounds. In short vowel sounds, we have e, I, u, a, like fit, pet, pat, cut, dog, about. And in long vowel sounds, we have weak, park, word, and group. Sounds are produced with the constriction or blockage of the flow of the air in the vocal tract or vocal organs. These sounds are articulated by temporary obstruction or stoppage of the airstream in the vocal cords. Or you can say consonant are the sounds, those are not vowel. We have 21 letters or alphabet of English language that convey 24 consonant sounds. Consonant sounds are classified by three dimensions. First one is the place of articulation, second is the manner of articulation, and third one is voicing. So the sounds, those are produced by our vocal organs with some restriction or blockage of the flow of the air, even for short period of time, with or without vibration or friction, are known as consonant sound, like p, b, t, d, k, g. A complete list of consonant sounds are produced with blockage or stoppage of the flow of air in our vocal cords, our vocal organs, those are tongue, lips, with friction or without friction, are known as consonant sounds. So let's talk about monotone, diphthong, and triphthong. These are the different shapes, or you can say dimensions of the vowel sound, are creating syllables. Monotone or pure vowel is the sound that remain constant and doesn't change its position or move from one vowel to another. In monotone, the quality of vowel remains unchanged. For example, write car, sit, and seat. We have just vowel sound not producing this syllable. So it's pure vowel or monotone. Diphthongs are the vowel sounds that begin as one sound and blend into another when they are articulated. Or you can say sounds of two consecutive vowel sounds turn into one vowel when pronounced is known as a diphthong. A vowel becomes a diphthong when it starts as one speech sound and ends as another. Here the term glide or gliding vowel is a reference to the way in which the airflow glides or moves from one vowel to another. First consonant or pure vowel in diphthong is the longer one and stronger. In contrast, second vowel in diphthong is always shorter and quieter. We have 8 diphthongs in English language. These sounds or diphthongs are written here in the form of a complete words with examples. First one is I. Here we have the word light and kite and I. Second one is boat, lone and thought. Third one is great, create and straight, town, air, tear, boy and shore. These are all diphthongs in English language. Diphthong is the third dimension of vowel sounds. In diphthong, we have a single nucleus of a syllable that may contain 3 vowel sounds. Diphthong is the glide or movement of a pure vowel to another vowel and then to the next one rapidly and uninterruptedly. They are formed by adding central glide, and a combination of 3 consonant consecutive pure vowel sound is known as a diphthong. We'll talk about diphthong in the next slide. We have 3 diphthongs in English language ending with schwa, like flare, fire, royal, mower, and or the word itself vowel has a diphthong. Summarize the important points of this lecture. A vowel sound is produced without stoppage of the air stream in the vocal cords. In contrast, a consonant sound is articulated with the blockage of the flow of air for the short period of time and then released from the lungs to lips. In contrast, monotones are pure single vowel sounds, and diphthong is the combination of 2 vowel sounds that glide from one vowel to another. For example, town. We have 2 sounds here, 2 vowel sounds, and diphthong is the combination of 3 pure vowel sounds. A single sound moves towards second vowel and then end at the third vowel sound. For example, the word vowel itself. We have 3 pure vowel sounds but in consecutive form. I hope this lecture will be fruitful for you and you will have pleasure learning with language and linguistics. You can also visit this link to improve your comprehension and understanding about this lecture, because you will have